You know, and when The Rock became a champion, he left the nation in domination. So
Nah, man, but nah, I agree to disagree, bro.
no, I disagree with that shit like a motherfucker. You know what it is. Come on.
I don't know. Like in general, yeah, I know I'm with y'all, but on that one, I might be like, I know because of what I feel like the NFL, if it's not consistent in one thing, is no matter what you do, black or white, criminally or you know what I mean, or not. If you can play, they'll put you on the field. And if you healthy and can play, we'll put you on the field. If you're not healthy, or if they
are marketable for them to get profit off of you, you can be on the field.
Cam Newton is marketable though, so that don't make sense.
Not the way it used to be before Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
All right, check this out. All right, I got a comparison.
Okay.
Mike Vick and Roethlisberger.
Okay.
Now I agree with y'all on that one.
Right, Roethlisberger convicted of rape. Mike Vick.
I don't know if he was convicted.
No, he wasn't convicted.
Nah.
He just had 3 different charges against him. He was never convicted of this shit.
But still, like this, you know what I'm saying, like Roethlisberger.
But I still get you, and I agree. I get your point. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, man. It's being. I still think being, even if you can't play, being black in the league, it's different.
And to be honest with you, you don't even got to go back. Not to cut you off, but you don't even got to go that far back. You could just go with Ray Rice and the kicker dude, the kicker for the Giants.
Ooh, good point. Yeah, good point.
So yeah. I'm with you. That's why I said I'm with y'all normally, but I do feel like with Cam's situation, it might be actually on some. This nigga really might, you know what I mean? I want to see this nigga because Cam is taking a lot of hits, bro. Like, he really has. And I love that dude. But I'd be hesitant to really put my money on Cam.
People take chance on less for less, bro. Like, people, like, will let players come in and still be able to go ahead and start or whatever, though, for a lot less, dude, just because they needed a quarterback. Cam Newton is still worthy of being a starting quarterback in this league, bro. Like, that's some bullshit. His resume says that. His resume speaks for that. Everybody else's resume can speak for them. A 43-year-old quarterback just got a job, dude.
But hold on, but you're like you're assuming that it's gonna end up like Colin Kaepernick. Like the season ain't start. Like who says he won't be a starting quarterback?
Yeah, Cam Newton should be, and Cam. We're seeing what it is. We're seeing dudes. Andy Dalton. You know that's on purpose, man. To go ahead and make this dude sign that. That's leverage they trying to use against Dak Prescott. We seeing what it is, dude. That's what I'm saying. We don't need to. It's nothing to go ahead and speculate. It is what it is. That's why even bring this dude in the midst of a contract type of dispute, though. There's other backup quarterbacks you can pick and say somebody you know that everybody's gonna look for if he fucks up to be a starter. Why he trying to get his money? He deserves his money. Carson Wentz has his money. What the fuck has he done better than Dak Prescott, to be honest?
I don't know, man. Negotiations, that's a two-way street.
His backup won a Super Bowl.
No. That's a good fucking point, though. Because Carson Wentz stayed getting hurt, got a Super Bowl ring, ain't proved shit, got her contract renewed. That's a good point. I ain't think of that. Yeah, actually, that right there in itself, Cam should definitely have it. Right there in itself. Absolutely.
Come on, man. I mean, I'm not. You know what? From a GM aspect, Rob, I'll give you this. You are right, but that's the thing about what is looked at on the surface as good has a real evil connotation behind that agenda, because it can look like that. You go on paper like, you can see, yeah. You can see what it is right there, though. But you know what's hidden behind it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a hidden agenda behind it, though. But in the forefront, it's hard to argue because it's right. It's like, well, shit, kind of see. But when you go through it, it's like, well, wait a second. I can see with that, too, though. Why does he have a job?
It's supposed to be what you just said, Rob. If it was just only that, I would agree. But it's more. It's not just can he play or not play. It's more than that.
I mean,
it should be that.
All the time, but I mean, we know that shit happens. But I'm one of them people. I don't think every situation is always like that. You know what I mean? I even said, the contract negotiations is a two-way street. We don't know how much the dude was offered.
But it's peeling back the onion, though, Rob. Like, as far as like if people talked about, as far as when you asked the question earlier about with him, as far as with his kids. He has to think about what can happen bad first. We have to think as that as black people. Otherwise, we're going to be behind We're gonna be back if we think that it's all that it's sweet. We gotta think like that. Now we can't let that be the thing that goes ahead and be immersed into it though. But we gotta think like that.
Yeah.
We gotta know that is an existence of this.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, I think we already proved, in the way we talk, that we already think like that.
That's us, not all black people. That's why we have to have platforms talk about it for real. Because otherwise, we can think like, but that's not us as a whole. If we just saying that.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is called full circle. Because as you see, the conversation just came full circle.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is called full circle.
Today's words came full circle.
Yo, but that's a good convo. These are convos I needed, though, honestly. Thanks. I don't think we talk enough about these type of convos in a real way. Different viewpoints, messages across. Is there anything else that y'all boys want to talk about?
Did we lose Chuck? Is Chuck going?
Huh?
I was just saying if you were still there.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. I guess as before we obviously close out though. Whatever though. Y'all want to get to the Trailblazers? They got any Trailblazers y'all want to kind of mention? People that you want to go ahead and recognize, past, present, future, past, present.
I want to say something because I guess in a way I'm gonna touch on 2 points. It's gonna bleed into, like you said, anything else and touch on people I kind of believe are trailblazers. So my something that's kind of like annoying me with our community, and again, like Pete says, bringing things full circle is there's a lot of like we all, obviously, for us to have these conversations, and I'm gonna not try to get long with it, but for us to have these conversations, obviously all of us have our way of trying to seek out information and, you know what I mean, selecting these topics and or reviewing them, and trying to be careful who we get information from, et cetera, et cetera. So my point in saying that is I wouldn't even be where I am today if I didn't follow some of the people that I follow who I believe expose a lot of information. And saying that, I'm tired of us as black people. It seems like every time you start to feel like a brother is for the community and or is providing information, you find out that they in some kind of squabble with another brother that you feel like is doing the same damn thing. Mm-hmm. And in saying that, I'm going to tie it to who, like you said, bringing up Trailblazers. Like, I listen to a lot of Rizza Islam. You know what I mean? I feel like that brother, for the most part, from what I was exposed to, was doing a lot for the community. Now, I also follow this brother named Young Pharaoh, and he's actually from back home. He's from Buffalo. He's doing the same shit. But these two dudes got a problem. And I ain't gonna go down a long history of it, you know what I mean? Pharaoh got his reasons. He feel like Rizza might have did some shady shit back in his past, and I guess he got some open cases for him. But it's not even just them two. It's even going back to when like Umar and Umar Johnson and Tariq was having their squabbles and so on. It's like it's always, and Polite then had his squabbles with people. It's like, yo, my thing is, it seems like even if none of us is perfect, first of all, let's get that out the gate. Nobody's perfect. It seems like everybody has the right idea at heart. So one thing I really want us to stop doing is, if we have these platforms, if we have problems, or if we think we have problems with these individuals, we need to stop saying it out on these platforms. We need to, like, you know what I mean, come behind closed doors and be like, yo, all right, I want to talk to that man. I want to get to know that person. I hear this. I hear that. So let me talk to this person. Air out our shit behind closed doors, and then still provide a united front. And if you don't fuck with that person, you don't fuck with them. Just don't mention their name. But unless they just a straight, obviously, like, they really are killing our community, then that's a different story. But I think sometimes the back and forth go too hard. It gets to the point where we paint a picture like they are killing our community. And I can't see it from that standpoint, because if it wasn't for certain individuals, I wouldn't know about other certain individuals. And then I find out certain individuals, that same certain individual, talking about the individual. So I'm confused, because I wouldn't even know about you if it wasn't for them.
Do you think that, do you agree, do you think that black need to, especially young black children growing up, need to be taught proper problem solving? There seems to be a problem with how we react to things, as far as how we problem solve.
I think we gotta, before we could teach it to somebody else, we gotta be better at it ourselves. So I think maybe
I think there's people though that do have it though. I mean, what about the ones that do know how to and then teach? Don't be the teachers. That's what the teachers are. That's what they should be, not just cheats in curriculum.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, definitely. Obviously, we need more of them. That's the obvious solution right there. We obviously that's the obvious solution to anything. We need more of the right people in the forefront. But unfortunately, it seems like either the people that are totally righteous aren't enough in the forefront, which is obvious to get them to the forefront and find them. But it's just like the ones that we got right now, the ones that seem like from the most part, again, seem to have the same general messages and shit. I just want to stop seeing them have these little squabbles out on the forefront. Like we got to have a bigger picture. Like we got to, even if we don't fuck with them, we got to present I'm stumbling over my words, a unified front. And I don't feel like we can do that by having these platforms and continuing to speak down. Like if you don't fuck with them, then just don't fuck with them. Point blank, period. Don't answer no questions, no nothing.
Yeah, I think ideology has become a real big problem in the black. Go ahead, Chuck. What's your thoughts, bro?
No, I mean that goes to what we we talked about before. It's the I think it's a form of addiction to white supremacy on a subconscious level. Right? Make sure we down talk a brother. Right? You can't agree to be disagreeable. You got to let that shit be known. And then it goes to Rob's point. It's like, look, I don't fuck with you. I don't agree with you. That's it. I'm not gonna come out and speak out against you. I'm just not gonna, like, for example, Rob, Amir and Pino, I was going back and forth with a guy on Facebook a while ago, and because some chick wrote an article about Dr. Sebi, calling him like a fraud or whatever, and I did a status on Facebook, and this guy commented, and we was going back and forth, and we're supposed to have an on-air debate. So last week he put a post on Facebook, and I made a comment. And it wasn't a disrespectful comment. It was like a legit question. And he goes, okay, anything else before I delete the comment? And like 2 seconds later, he deleted the comment. I'm like, yo, bro, like we can't even have a conversation. Like, why you doing all that? It's not even that serious, right? If you gonna put shit on your platform and then try to control how people react to it, then I can't fuck with you. So I deleted them off my friends because I didn't want to get caught up in that whole. and something told me to do some research, and I think the guy's an FBI agent. And I said that. He said, so I said, wait. I said, I said, are you an FBI agent? Because he posting a lot of questionable shit on Facebook. A lot of questionable shit. I'm like, okay, something's different about this dude. Like he's not. I mean, like he's saying black people are not from Africa and all this, like all types of crazy shit.
We have to be careful not to make simps at the forefront of black revolution.
Yeah.
It's a lot of sucking dick ass motherfuckers that's at the forefront.
Well, and that kind of goes back to what kind of gonna go back to what Rob was saying. It's like I could have went on social media and started blasting this dude, right? I could have made a YouTube video exposing this dude. Why waste my time, right? What good is that going to do to the community? Nothing.
Again, just to chime in real quick, unless somebody is like obviously a complete poison to the community, then yeah, we need to know about it, because if they operate behind the scenes, we need to know about that. Mm-hmm. But in the cases where like the people that I was naming, like I don't know, it just feels funny. Like everybody seems to have the same general message in those cases to me. So that I didn't have these inter squabbles when it seems like, all right, when I follow a certain message or bless you, or when I'm trying to go down, when I'm trying to find out or seek certain information, and then you guys are speakers of that topic, but yet y'all speakers of the same topic and how to move or how to seek out information or who's right, who's wrong, but then y'all squabbling over here. It's like, in general, y'all seem to both be like, even if I don't know. It's just like I said, it's hard.
Is it one of those type of cases though? It's like if you see two people arguing, nobody know who the fool is.
I mean, that's how the saying goes from afar.
Yeah. But I mean, all you gotta do is do your research.
True.
People just want to look at it. People just want to see, people just want to see VH1 a lot of times. They want to see that chaos. They want to see the chaos. So You know what I mean? It's hard to see.